Chapter 5. Major Landforms. We know that the surface of the earth comprises of both land and water. The land makes up about 29% of the earth's surface, while water makes up 71%. But this 29% of the land is not even and uniform at all places. At some places, the land is flat and even, while at some other places, it is raised above the surrounding areas. This variation has led to formation of landforms. A landform is a naturally formed feature on the surface of the earth. It is also known as relief feature. The different major landforms are mountains, plateaus, plains, deserts, and rivers. These landforms are formed over a long period of time because of natural processes such as erosion, weathering, weather conditions, natural disasters like earthquakes and avalanches, etc. Mountains. A mountain is the highest landform on the surface of the earth, which rises more than 900 meters above the sea level. As compared to their surroundings, mountains are elevated points on the surface of the earth. They are usually found to be conical in shape with steep sides and a pointed tip called a peak. However, some mountains may have rounded peaks. Mountains differ in height and shape, and these two factors depend on the age of the mountains. For example, the Aravallis in India, the Appalachians in North America, and the Ural Mountains in Russia have rounded peaks and low elevation. All of them are very old mountains. On the other hand, the Himalayas in India and the Alps in Europe are young and high mountains with conical peaks. A series of mountains forms a mountain range. The Andes in South America are examples of a mountain range. Mountains often consist of a series of parallel ranges extending over hundreds of kilometers. The Himalayas have three parallel ranges: the Himadri, the Himachal, and the Shivalik range. Some mountains are found under the sea and could be taller than the Mount Everest, the highest mountain peak in the world. There are many mountains that remain covered with snow throughout the year. The climate in mountains is harsh. Hence, there is not much vegetation or life found in the mountains. They have a thin soil cover with steep slope, due to which practicing agriculture here becomes very difficult. Roads and houses are not easy to build due to shortage of flat land. The people who live in mountains make houses with sloping roofs to enable the snow to slide off easily and practice terrace farming. Despite these challenges, mountains are very useful to us. Mountains act as a natural barrier or shield against cold and hot winds. Many rivers originate from the snow-capped mountains due to melting of snow. These rivers provide us fresh water. Mountains have rich pastures and forests. We get food, fuel, fodder, shelter, and other forest products like gum, resins, medicines, etc. from them. Some mountains have rich deposits of minerals. Mountains make beautiful tourist destinations. Difference between hills and mountains. Hills are lower than mountains but are higher than the surrounding areas. The climate in the hills is more pleasant than the climate in snow-covered mountains. They are usually neither too hot nor too cold. Hills have a thick cover of vegetation. They are suitable for growing fruits, tea and coffee. Plateaus. A plateau is a highland with a flat top and steep slope on all sides. It looks like a table. Hence, it is also called tableland. Plateaus are basically highlands with flat top. The height of plateau ranges from a few hundred meters to several thousand meters. The most familiar example of a plateau in India is the Deccan Plateau. It extends over 8 states of India. The Tibetan Plateau is the highest plateau in the world. It is surrounded by mountain ranges on all sides. Many rivers and streams flow through plateaus. Deep canyons are present on the surface of many plateaus. A canyon is a deep, narrow valley with steep sides. It is formed due to natural factors like movement of rivers and streams, weathering, erosion, etc. The Grand Canyon in the Colorado Plateau in USA is formed as a result of the movement of Colorado River through the plateau. Plateaus are useful to us in the following ways. Plateaus are rich in mineral deposits. Due to this reason, many of the mining areas are located in the plateau regions all over the world. The African plateau is famous for gold and diamond reserves. India has huge reserves of iron, coal and manganese in the Chota Nagpur plateau. Many beautiful waterfalls are found in the plateau regions as the rivers fall from great height. In India, the Jog Falls in Karnataka is an example of a waterfall. Some plateaus are rich in black soil, that is, very fertile and good for agriculture. The Deccan Plateau is an example. Plateaus have large grasslands on which cattle and sheep are reared. Plains. A plain is a large area of flat land. It is also referred to as lowland. They are generally elevated to about 200 meters above the sea level. Some plains are extremely level. Others have a rolling surface. The slope of plains is usually gentle. Most plains are formed by the erosion of rocks and deposition of sand, silt and clay by rivers and their tributaries. When rivers flow down the mountains, they cause weathering of mountains and carry sand, silt and clay with them. As the rivers slow down, they deposit these materials. With passage of time, these deposits get converted into fertile plains. The Indo-Gangetic Plains or the Northern Plains in India is an example of plains formed by the Ganga River and its tributaries. It is one of the most densely populated area because of their fertile soil. Plains are useful to us in the following ways. Due to their fertile soil, they are suitable for agriculture. Water is also easily available. Many big cities and towns are located in the plains. It is easier to construct roads, railways, aerodromes and canals in the plains. Most ancient civilizations were found on the banks of rivers in the plains. For example, the Indus Valley Civilization, which came up on the banks of the river Indus. Deserts. Deserts are large and dry areas of land which receive little or no rainfall throughout the year. Deserts are covered with sand. They are of two types, hot deserts and cold deserts. The Sahara Desert of Africa and the Thar Desert of India are examples of hot deserts. The Antarctica and the Gobi Desert of Asia are cold deserts. Deserts have extreme climatic conditions as the days are very hot and nights are very cold. It is because the sand absorbs heat fast during the day and gives off heat quickly at night. Sandstorms are common during the daytime in hot deserts. These winds form huge hills of sand called the sand dunes. The vegetation in deserts is scanty due to the shortage of water. The main plants found in the deserts include cactus and kikar. The population of deserts is very less because of shortage of water, extreme climate, and less vegetation. Fact file: the Antarctica is the world's largest cold desert. The Sahara Desert is the largest hot desert of the world. Rivers. A river is a flowing stream of water that leads to the ocean, sea, lake, or another river. Rivers generally originate in mountains. When rainwater and melting snow collects, it begins to form little streams, which flow downhill because of gravity. These small streams join together, become larger and larger until they form rivers. The start of a river is called its source, while the end is called the mouth. The route which a river takes from its source to the mouth is called its course. From the place of origin of a river to its mouth, it passes through 3 stages. Number 1. The upper course. At this stage, the river flows at a great speed. This course generally lies down a mountain or a hill. V-shaped valleys, waterfalls, canyons, and rapids are formed in the upper course of the river. Number 2. The middle course. At this stage, the river flows at a slow speed. The middle course of the river begins when it leaves the mountain area and enters the plains. It follows a windy or curvy snake-like path and develops loops called meanders. River Ganga meanders between Prayagraj and Varanasi. Number 3. The lower course. In this course, the river enters a bigger water body like the sea or ocean. The river flows very slowly and may divide into many distributaries. It deposits the sediments it carries near the mouth, forming a triangular shaped land called delta. Fact file: there are 18 countries in the world which do not have a single river. Points to remember: the land on the Earth's surface is not even and uniform at all places. This variation has resulted in formation of landforms. Mountains, plateaus, plains, deserts, and rivers are major landforms of the Earth. A mountain is the highest landform on the surface of the Earth. A plateau is a highland with a flat top and steep slope on all sides. Deserts are large and dry areas of land which receive little or no rainfall throughout the year. A river is a flowing stream of water that leads to an ocean, a sea, lake, or another river.